I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of Psalms, chapter 46. Let's focus on verses 10 and 11. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. Selah. Today's psalm is subtitled A Song for Alamoth. And that Hebrew word is a plural of Alma, which means virgin or a young girl. And it is a song written to be sung by a choir of young girls. So, what can we learn from that? Well, quite a bit, actually. First, at a glance, in the biblical worship sense, it appears that men dominated the landscape of Old Testament Jewish worship. Today's psalm indicates that corporate worship for biblical Israel was not an all-male event where women passively stood by. Women apparently participated as well. And at times the spotlight was on the ladies, with songs written specifically for women to present to the congregation. So that's number one. Second, the imagery itself is feminine. Psalm 46, verses 4 through 7. There is a river whose streams shall make glad the city of God, the holy place of the tabernacle of the Most High. God is in the midst of her. She shall not be moved. God shall help her. Just at the break of dawn, the nations raged, the kingdoms were moved. He uttered his voice, the earth melted. The Lord of hosts is with us. The God of Jacob is our refuge. And lastly, this message of the psalm specifically resonates with a woman's core, spiritual and emotional needs. So while men tend to need to be reassured of their significance in the world, women typically express that feeling secure is at the top of their core needs. And can't you just picture this psalm being presented by a choir of young girls declaring that their security does not come from their personal beauty or from the men that they may someday marry or the men that are leading them in the nation. It must have had a profound ministry impact on the culture, not only on women in attendance, but also on the men who were seeking a woman of God, a woman who had her priorities firmly aligned with God's word and his plan and purpose. Psalm 46, verses 1 through 3. God is our refuge and strength, the very present help in trouble. There's your security. Therefore, we will not fear, even though the earth be removed, and though the mountains be carried into the midst of the sea, though its waters roar and be troubled, though the mountains shake with its swelling. The imagery of today's psalm reminds me of Jesus' words when he contrasted how wise and foolish men built their houses. Wind and rain describe difficult seasons beating against all men's houses. But only the home built upon the secure foundation of God's word, the rock of our salvation, endures. Matthew 7, verses 24 and 25. Therefore, whoever hears these sayings of mine, Jesus says, and does them, I will liken him to a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain descended, the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house, and it did not fall, for it was founded on the rock. I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And your giving to Groundworks Ministries transforms lives. Would you consider making a donation to Groundworks Ministries today? Because we need your monthly support now more than ever. Donating is secure and easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. You know, another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. It's easy to say, have you ever heard of Groundworks Ministries? And people are like, what? Is that a landscape company? Well, you could share these podcasts with people. Share friends and family and share them on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.